Now he says we are ready. So let's get going here. Coming up on Roundabout, there's another bulk food disaster in the news, and you need to know about it to keep your family safe. We have an exciting update from the roads of Russia, and we'll get to another heated installment of Versus, where one panelist verbally accosts the other in a high-flying automotive debate. You stay tuned. Roundabout is sponsored by Advance Auto Parts. Visit our website, roundaboutshow.com, to get up to $30 off your next purchase, and by everyone's favorite online store, Amazon.com.
Amazon.com. We have this problem every week.
Every single week.
Dave, that's your cue. There's something wrong with our rundown, I'm sure.
I think it's...
Oh, brain fart.
That's okay. That's okay. Everybody does it. Everybody does it.
Here we go. Basking in the glow of
Wait, hold on. Pause.
Pause.
And 3, 2, 1.
Basking in the glow of a golden jubilee, even though I'm not sure what that is. I'm Dave Foley, a.k.a. Miradart.
And fresh from a sitz bath in the Champagne Room, I'm Josh Lewis of RawAutos.com, home of the uncooked truth, registered trademark.
Conducting a fleet review at Spithead, I'm your host, Craig Cole.
And I'm Technical Viceroy, Benjamin Sanders.
This is Roundabout.
Welcome to Roundabout, episode 117, our weekly chat covering car culture, vehicle reviews, and what else? Some of the auto news you may have missed.
I don't know, Ben, but what I do know is thank you all for joining us.
Holy!
It's a great show we got planned here today. And as we just mentioned, Dave Foley, Miradart, joining us live right now from someplace up north of here.
I love Kids in the Hall. This is great. Oh, damn.
Wrong one. Yeah.
So harsh.
Can we use that joke every time we have you on, please?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That implies he's becoming back, Ben.
Oh, that's true.
Not promising anything here.
The good part about using that is it adds clarity.
And he doesn't dress like a woman.
Yeah, that's right. That's
necessarily.
Right. Often. Yeah. as much anymore.
Yes. Now that you're taking the pills. Well, thanks for joining us, Dave Miradart.
You're very welcome.
From Edmonton, no less, right? That's up in Alberta.
It is, too. It is, too. We're trying to give you guys oil. We really are. We're trying to keep your whole show going. We're doing everything. We're taking dirt and squeezing it to get oil. Who would do that if they weren't dedicated friends?
You're a true ally.
Well, you got friends or at gunpoint. What's the difference? Well, thank you, Dave. We do appreciate it, and we appreciate your boundless natural resources.
It's true.
Yes. Also joining us from a different region of the world, of the continent, Josh Lewis from RawAutos.com. How you doing, Josh?
Well, kids.
Hello.
What?
How are you?
What sorts of resources are there in, the Carolinas, in the upstate?
Let's see. I would have to say, if you go to the mountains, lots of weed. If you go to the beach, lots of tanning oil and weed. If you stick to Raleigh, lots of ghetto, country bunkin' rednecks and weed.
I'm seeing a pattern.
Okay, well, that's... Well, on a lighter note, how are your little pups doing, Myrna and Skittles?
They're doing good. They're hanging around. They are smoking weed. No, I'm just kidding. That's not true at all. They don't do any of that. I don't do any of that either.
They're Alsatians, I understand.
Used to.
They used to be?
High school days, back in the day. I'm getting old now. My joints are bothering me. No, they're doing well. They're just hanging out, doing their thing like a chicken wing.
Well, that's great.
So, I have never heard that phrase. Okay.
It's another smoker-related item. Like
you dip your dogs in hot sauce?
Sometimes. They have tasted meat. I'll tell you that much right now.
The other one go, Ben? That other poultry-themed phrase, like Victor, deep fat fried chicken parts dinner.
Oh, yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Winter Sheen dinner?
Yes. We're getting bogged down here, guys. We got to get rolling on the show. got to get to the news. But first, we've got a little contest rolling along on our Facebook page.
As you may have heard.
Yes, it's facebook.com/roundabout show.
What
Go
was
there.
that again? I missed that. I'm sorry.
If you'd let me finish. It's facebook.com/roundabout show.
Okay, I'm typing that in right now.
No, you're not. You already know what it is, Ben. We're giving away a cool little tool bag donated by Eric Tritko, rumblestrip.net.
The Eric Tritko.
The one and only, yes. Ben, you set up a little caption contest. There's a photo of a robot. Freddy Ford, it's called. Some old...
Freddy Ford.
Whatever it is. We need you to caption this photo. Funniest one wins. Wins this tool bag. So, get on the Facebook. If you're not on the Facebook, join the Facebook. Go to facebook.com/roundabout show. Comment, and you may win. Very nice prize.
So that expires on midnight, February 17th, Friday.
Friday the 17th?
That's true.
Oh.
It's almost as bad as Friday the 13th, but not at all.
Well,
So there you go.
Only 4 days later.
so moving along. First up, the news. Here's an irrelevant but intriguing question. What car would you make rear-wheel drive? Which vehicles on the road today are screaming for a proper drivetrain? Well, the folks at Autoholics posed this very question to their readers, and the results were a little bit predictable. Seems like there were quite a few Honda fanboys on there talking about making their Del Sol rear-wheel drive or something. I think we can do better, though. Joshua, let's start with you.
Yes. Well,
what vehicle would you make rear-wheel drive?
I had two on here, sir. I had the Audi RS5 because all-wheel drive just does not suit a car with 450 horsepower and just terrible understeer in mid-corner. And also the Mazda Speed 3 because front-wheel drive just does not go along with 264 horsepower, 260 whatever horsepower.
A lot.
And it just, oh, God, that car bogs down in a corner so hard. And then when you go to start off, the Mazda Speed 3, when you go to, try and, drive it from a dig, no, it's not happening. It has so much power and torque that Mazda actually limit the amount of power and torque available in the first two gears. So until you get to third gear, you don't have maximum horsepower and torque.
It actually has torque-tonic plates in the intake manifold.
Yes. It actually says, no torque for you. No torque.
No talk for you.
No talk for you.
Stop that.
Is that a Japanese Albanian accent? No talk for you.
Well, I just thought it'd be funny because, Mazda. And then the Audi RS5 because...
That's the torque Nazi. That's what that is. No torque for you.
That's still a
different. Sorry,
sensitive
wrong
issue,
country.
Dave. Around Audi.
wants to
Too
drive
soon.
a German sports car with 450 plus horsepower, carbon ceramic brakes, and all-wheel drive, and just go, oh man, this is so awesome. Oh, I have to wear a condom? Oh, like,
Oh,
really?
that's nice.
Well, yeah.
Dave, hopefully.
Sorry.
Dave, what vehicle on the road today is crying, in your opinion, crying for rear-wheel drive? What would it be?
I looked back a few years. The new ones, they are what they are. I wasn't sure. I looked at what I thought was a good-looking car that I had great style, very compact, but not so compact as it would become useless as a car to drive in the first place, but just needed rear-wheel drive and needed some horsepower. My choice was the second-generation Ford Probe, but with the powertrain from a Ford Focus RS. 300 horsepower in a rear-wheel drive version of that car. I think it's pure fantasy. It's pure, blue sky. Hey, what if? But if I won the lottery, if I had what we call 6 numbers to simplicity, I would do that. I would do something like that. I think that would be sweet, right?
Gasp.
Well, that's a very good choice. What about you, Ben? Would you have anything that you'd pick?
Yes. I've thought about this long and hard. I think it would be the Chevrolet Venture Warner Brothers edition. Because I think every mom out there,
Wants to do donuts.
yeah, I mean, we
Warner
dumb down
Brothers
for moms. We think, oh boy, they don't like performance.
Oh,
But
that's
you know
good.
what? I don't know. I think they'd appreciate that.
Wait, the same one from Daddy Daycare?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the very same.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I
good.
assume.
That's my jam.
That's pretty funny.
Good selections, guys.
What would you do? Or did you already say?
Oh, I if I had to choose, it would be the E46 3 Series. Why are you laughing?
Greg,
Yeah.
I think it is rear-wheel drive.
But it's not rear-wheel drive enough. That is my point.
So you want like tandem duals on the back?
Yes. If you're towing a horse trailer with your 3 Series,
That'd be
for
a
instance,
sexy ride there.
Well, it's like
And-
wheel rear-wheel drive.
rear wheel.
Exactly. And it could tow an RV.
No, I don't want them
Wheel.
tandem. I want them
Oh.
one in front, linear, whatever it would be called,
like a
tractor trailer would have.
exactly.
One in front, rear-wheel drive, but 4 wheels at the back, one in front of the other on each side.
In line. Yeah,
Yes, there you go.
that's
There we go.
Tandem. Yeah.
Funny,
Yeah.
that's what your mama said.
And on that
Ignore
note,
that.
Dave, you've got the next story.
Wow, tough one to recover from there. Okay. Here's our next piece. This is a trip to the land of the hypothetical. Let's say you were looking for an Oldsmobile Alero. Yeah, okay. But
Let's just say that. Let's
just let that sink in. It's hypothetical. And you're very interested in making it stand out in a crowd. The upside is that this vehicle it sold very well, and so there's a huge supply of them. The downside is your budget doesn't allow you to have custom bodywork and all that to spruce it up. So you're stuck.
Bullshit.
But you are not. As luck would have it, this Alero turns up near you with a for sale sign on it. It has everything you're looking for and more. Not only is it the right car, it comes complete with an already painted custom mural on the hood of your favorite Batman series character, the Riddler.
Riddler.
The Riddler.
With its green and black hood emblazoned with a very muscular and sinister-looking Riddler figure, it also shows no less than 32 question marks in shades of green, black, white, and gray.
In white?
White?
They're white.
Wow.
White. This is a perfect vehicle for people who want a distinctive Olds Alero with a comic book character mural, or for people who are simply a fan of punctuation. After all, isn't punctuation the real thing that cars are lacking today?
Yeah.
Well taken.
Yeah. Good
Well,
point. I
couldn't agree
can't
more.
even retort. I don't have a retort. That was such
He's
a
re- he's
logical
re-
argument.
Retortless.
I'm retorted.
Retortless.
You're retorted,
Retort-
Greg.
Yeah.
No, that's the other way.
I
So,
just wonder if they
I'd
would
do it.
offer this- I just wonder if they would offer this type of paint scheme in Russia.
Ooh, is that a segue? I think
For
it's a
me,
segue.
yes. Segued myself, may I just say that.
Whoa.
Josh is smooth.
They used to call him Hellman's in high school because he was so smooth and creamy.
Actually, they used to call me in elementary school because I have big gums. They used to call me, or used to say that I had more gum than Wrigley.
Okay.
I personally like. Anyway, now, ever wonder what Russian cars look like after being driven on Russian roads by those pesky Ruskies? Yeah, me either. Although, it should be said that the cars in the sets of pictures from the news from Russian roads on EnglishRussia.com, it's more mouthful than I need.
It's a great
sets
site,
a fine
too.
example. It is a fine site, I must say. Sets a fine example of what I think we've all probably feared. Russian roads, drivers, and cars are just giant piles of donkey crap. There's a Mitsubishi Lancer that's missing a chunk from its front end, a Lada Kalina that appears to have been beaten in the back with a pole, and a public bus with snow and ice all on the inside, with people still riding in it.
I just saw that when I was like, "Oh my!" Did they leave the door fall
This
off?
is what I'd call a nation full of pimps, hardcore pimps.
So driving a crappy car is what it takes to be a whoremonger? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly. Because you know what? When you're a John and you spend all your hard-earned dollars on your hose, there you go. That is a real
Spending
pimp.
all All the money. Yeah, that's right. It all goes to them.
Josh,
I think my favorite picture is this 325 with just a big axe in the hood, just right through the motor, and then there appears to be like a glove like hanging out of the sunroof,
That's true.
just hanging there. Either that
Somebody
or
was-
it's a big dead rat.
That right there, that axe on the hood, I'm telling you what, that is punctuation.
Yes.
it's an
Somebody made a
exclamation point.
That's an exclamation point.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, that's actually forced induction right there.
Wow.
That bus just kills me with all the snow and the ice, and those people are still riding on it. Like,
Oh
gotta
my
go to work.
It was
Exactly.
lifting inside.
That is
The bus.
amazing. That is
I mean,
amazing.
at
We
this
don't
point-
care. We still drive bus. People need to working.
There's less snow and ice on the actual bus than inside of it. Like,
I
you
know.
just hang out on top of it, for God's sake. It's more comfortable that
We
way.
keep pork in there to keep it cool and fresh. I can't
What
do
you
it.
complain about?
Get in the bus, Gorski. You little
These are the
bastard.
worst
Yeah, get
Russian
in there.
accents
Get
ever.
get in there.
There was no
Anyway.
fare. You didn't have to pay a fare that day. You just had to bring your own shovel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Josh,
But I
that's why we
wonder-
keep you around for these insightful articles you find.
I think you should.
you're a
I
deep
think
well of
there's
insight.
I just happen to think that there's a pickle in there somewhere.
You know that you're an Agalala aquifer's worth of insight there, Josh.
Thank you.
Look, speaking of gherkins,
Please do speak of some
I
gherkins.
shall.
Did Bill Cosby pitch pickles at some point?
Just like the Jello pickle.
Before
Good
Vlasic
Jell-O
had
pickle.
the
Oh,
Canary-
man.
what
Why
is
did
it?
that flavor not take off?
I know.
Jello.
flavor.
I'm telling you.
Anyway, just a few years ago, the auto industry was in quite a pickle,
If you will.
so to speak.
Ah.
The Detroit area was particularly hard hit by the Grand Recession, registered trademark. Plants were shuttered and workers laid off by the tens of hundreds of dozens. Hard times in Motown. Hard times.
Motard.
Motard. Motard is my nemesis. Thank you. Thankfully, though, things are finally starting to come back again with auto production on the rise. And one local company is expanding its manufacturing operations in southeastern Michigan. But it is not making bumpers, nor is it making headlights or interior trim. Surprisingly, its product is much more delicious. The Detroit News reports a gourmet pickle maker, of all things, is leasing a former American Axle facility to expand its growing business. McClure's Pickles just moved into the 20,000 square foot facility, which quadruples its manufacturing space. Do you believe that, Ben? That's a factor of 4.
That's a lot, Craig.
I know. And
That's a lot of square feet, Craig.
Yes, it is.
certainly is.
You don't know how to use feet up there in Canada.
Oh, I do. I'm old. I'm old. I'm
Okay.
old. I'm bilingual.
You're bi, right? Okay.
I know how to use
Bilingual.
these. I put one in front of the other.
But here
There
is
we go.
another fun factoid if you guys are sitting down, and I hope you are. According to the article, Michigan is the top pickle producing state in the whole country. We make twice as many as second place Florida. So another reason not to live in the dangle state.
Yay us!
Now, do you know why? Do you know what pickles actually are in Florida?
I don't know.
Just old dead Jewish people. Just,
Oh.
Doo-doo-doo.
Oh, no.
thank you. I'll be here for the rest of my life. I can count on being 10 more minutes.
One doesn't like apple pie is also one hates pickles,
Oh,
apparently.
good.
Hey, here's a list of foods that taste great, and he doesn't like any of them.
Now, I do have an odd story. I once saw a pregnant girl when my sister was in high school. She was friends with this girl that was a cheerleader who got knocked up in high school. She ate, you know how like you go to one of those cheap, disgusting gas stations and they have like the pickles in the bag with all the pickle juice in it?
Oh,
Yeah.
She got one and just like tore it open, sucked out the pickle juice, and just started like just gnawing on this gigantic pickle that had to be every bit of like 8 inches long and like 4 inches around. I mean, she was just going to town on this thing, and I was just like, oh wow. And I'm like 5 years old, 6 years old, looking at this girl, going, "What the hell happened to you?"
I have a problem with those bagged pickles. It looks like they're packed in urine.
It totally does.
Or any liquid product that comes in a bag, like sauerkraut, I have a problem with. It's just
Yeah.
off-putting.
God,
Wrong
like,
container for it.
I think my favorite in redneck country, North Carolina, you see them all the time. It's the big jars filled with like meat sticks, and you just reach in and grab one of them out. You know, like a big old Slim Jim, just with your bare hands.
Oh, yeah.
And they're all you know,
Tong
and you're just like,
technology
no
hasn't reached
tongs.
South
no
Mason.
tongs, nothing. And I remember numerous times seeing old guys, old countrymen just walk in and be like, pick one out, but like, oh yeah, and I'll take this, 49 cents.
They are friendlier in the South.
Yes,
They
indeed.
certainly are.
Worse when they do this. I'll take one of them.
Now I hear though
I
that they're
won't.
I hear though that they're rather friendly in Russia.
Okay.
Do
Take
tell.
it.
Do tell.
Segueing myself again. To continue the Russian theme for my evening, I bring to you more pictures of cars from Russia. From the Soviet era this time. From the same EnglishRussia.com website, these pictures show cars, trucks, military vehicles, and even a couple of open-wheel racers. Most cars look like they could be driven, and most appear to be restored as well. However, would you want to drive a Russian car that was more than a few days old? How about a car that was actually built in Mazda, Russia? Yeah, definitely not. My expectations would be way too high for that goodness, and I'm not sure my bowels could handle it. Come on, that was good. That was good.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come
I got
on.
it off.
Damn it. Bullshit.
Prime piece. Prime piece
You're
right
not
there.
saying it with conviction, Josh.
It was good. I'm sorry, but that was good comedy-driven perfection.
No. Josh,
Almost
I'm
as
referring,
cute.
of course, to your most recent bullshit. You didn't. You gotta slap the desk with your left hand. You gotta look down as you're doing it.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
That's better. All right.
I'm glad I can do it the Craig A. Cole style, ladies and gentlemen.
Dave, you're up next. Something about
I am, and
wood
you know
gas.
one thing that Russia has that is pertinent to this next story: occasional lack of motor fuels.
And people that are any good with cars. Yeah.
Well, this might solve both of those issues. Would you like a vehicle that doesn't use gasoline? Would you
Yes.
prefer that it not run on diesel either?
Yeah.
Or would
It
you
sounds
just
very green.
Yeah.
would you hate it even more if it ran on electricity?
Yes.
And then this person has a solution for you for the low price of 4,500 euros. Would you buy a vehicle that is wood powered?
yes.
Yes.
Norm Abram approved.
This unit started out life as a 3.5 liter powered Range Rover SUV. After several miles of use and abuse, the owner decided to change the fuel it needs in a way by going old school. Mounted to the back of the unit is two stainless steel tanks that frankly remind me of some sort of a still for making moonshine. The larger of the two tanks is where the wood is placed for burning. The other is a sort of a condenser tank where the gases from the wood combustion are sent, and with a bit of magic and hocus pocus, a condensate is collected, which is flammable enough to power the gasoline-motored SUV. It's true, it apparently actually works. If you're interested in something like this, it's important to know that it does not get very good mileage.
How many
According to
trees
the article-
to the mile?
Woodledge.
Well, it's all about the size, really. According to the article, you can only drive the distance of about 100 kilometers, 62 miles. See, look at that, bilingual. But you need to finely chop wood in a volume of about 150 to 200 liters. That's 39 and a half in accurate calculations to 52.6 U.S. gallons of wood.
Whoa. Dave, let's back up here.
That's
It sounds like liquid wood is sloshing around in the tank.
I'm not sure how they came up with their original measure of liters of wood.
Liters of wood in gallons. It's like, why don't you just how many acres of wood would that be?
It depends on the size of your tree.
Hectares.
But then again, doesn't everything? Sorry. Hope you have a sharp axe and lots of time. The upside of this contraption is that its top speed is only 80 to 90 kilometers an hour or 55 miles an hour. It would be easy to catch this guy on the road and ask him any questions. And the 4,500 euros does include a non-wood burning powered Range Rover for spares. So,
Spare parts, you mean? 'Cause
yeah.
Range Rover's legendary reliability.
Right.
Now, all they need now is just like a little midget in the back, just shoveling wood in there at like a quick speed, like it were a Range Rover train. Just
Whoa! Or what if instead of wood they use those special logs like Doc Brown made in Back to the
That's what I
Future
was
3?
thinking, Craig.
Throw them in there.
88 miles an hour. Bum, bum, bum,
And that stupid Mary Steenbarger ruined everything.
damn it!
She had to come in there and
What
ruin
if you
it.
could run it on a different kind of log, though?
I love you, Emmett.
I
Fire
told
log
you to
from
stay
your
in the
fireplace.
past.
Or
And they
One of those
hoverboarded off
long burning
into the
fire
distance.
logs from your fireplace. It's like half wax.
or the ones that you put into high-priced motorhomes.
Well, fascinating story on a wood gas powered automobile.
Very bizarre.
Yes.
Man, if I wanted to learn more about that, Craig, I don't know where I would find it. Any ideas? I was thinking perhaps roundaboutshow.com, but that can't be right.
Well, I would point you in that general direction.
Uh-huh.
Roundaboutshow.com.
Would it have like a link there or something?
You could probably find one there. Bring your pan, like gold pan, pan for gold. You might find one.
Okay, but just
the
that
setup-
link
a link
probably.
in the
There's probably
settlement.
not any other links
I'm
there.
not certain.
Okay.
Go there and find out.
Okay, that's good.
So if you've been listening to Roundabout for any length of time, you know I have a thing for bulk food disasters. What do I mean by that?
I could vouch for that.
Yeah. Well, what's more fun than a massive blue cheese dressing spill that happened out in California a few years ago? What about the epic vat of animal fat that burst last year? Makes me chuckle. But perhaps the most significant bulk food catastrophe of all time is the aptly named Boston molasses disaster of 1919. Ben, were you there?
Oh,
I was.
A speck.
Oh, no, I wasn't.
In a past life.
I went back in my DeLorean to check it out.
It was my Land Rover.
But he got
with
stuck in
special
the
wood.
molasses. Anyway,
Interestingly enough, my even at a breakneck speed,
Well put.
the DeLorean was actually slower going uphill than molasses. Believe it or not.
21 people perished and more than $1.50 were injured in that tidal wave of syrup. Anyway.
That's slow-moving people.
Wait, what's that? Coming down the
Being
street?
swamped.
I'm going to wait till I can get a better look.
It's
14
got
children in
tentacles around
wheelchairs.
it. Anyway.
Could you imagine like a kid in a wheelchair just like rolling past like an old lady in a walker, just like, "Come on, Granny, come on!" The Granny's like, "No, come on without me." I won't."
What if you had a molasses submarine? You could go through it.
I just imagine the scene from, do you ever see that movie Volcano where the volcano erupts in LA and the guy's like trying to jump off the subway or something and he falls in the lava and just like slowly sinks as he burns. Oh!
Yeah, his name was like Stan or something, wasn't he? He was like fat up
Yeah.
top. It was just like he didn't even like attempt to jump. He was just like flop. He like
Molasses.
It was
Leave
something
me
like-
behind.
It was a real molaster.
Oh,
It was.
it would be hysterical if somebody just like pushed him in and was like, "All right, you're in the lava now. Now we can get across." Like.
But
Anyway.
of course, the molaster is not what we're talking
No.
about today.
We've got another food-related mess to share today, and it comes
Thank
courtesy
goodness.
of Jalopnik. A section of German Autobahn was shut down because a mountain of organic sauerkraut froze to the road surface. I kid you not. Talk about a trifecta of stereotypes. The
On a blood car accident.
German
Yeah.
sauerkraut Autobahn
Oh, that's
and
fantastic.
organic.
Yeah, that
Even
does
better.
it.
Yeah,
Even
pretty
better.
much. Mirko Reinhardt is steamingly pissed right now, I'm sure, for the wasted crowd.
Oh, he's steaming all right. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that much right now.
How did this disaster happen? Well, an Audi driver somehow caught between two trucks, and obviously a crash was the result. And the said accident happened near Frankfurt. Which one, I'm not sure. There are two in Germany. The frozen kraut closed the highway for hours and will cost an estimated $133,000 to clean up. Are they replacing the pavement? What? You just
No,
shovel it off
that's-
to the side and leave it.
They also have to send money to repair Audi's damages for the fact that it was a bad PR stunt for them. The Audi car just proved what everybody else thought. They just get in the way. I mean, they just, Audis just get in the way. Get the hell out of the way, Audi. You're in my way.
You know what? I think the biggest part of that cost had to have been just all the prime rib they'd need. Because that is what goes with it, right? Isn't that like the thing? You have the
I
two
prefer
together?
corned beef myself.
Scorned
Really?
beef.
Scorned beef.
Somebody's a sauerkrautin bastard for this one. That's all I got to say.
Tell ya.
All right.
You warned them, Craig. You tried to warn them. You said no sauerkraut in bags, but they would not listen.
They tear so easily.
I know.
This is the result, $133,000 bill. I hope they're happy.
And nobody died, actually. Old ladies were spared. So that's good news.
Now
Even
you know.
Stan. Stan sinking into the sauerkraut.
Go on
It's
without
like
me.
falling
I
into the
don't
mine knock
like
pit in Return of the Jedi, Ben. It's got those tentacles.
Oh my god, it was awesome.
Anyway.
Totally cool, man.
I don't even know what it's from.
Delicious. Now I'm hungry. Now I'm hungry.
I'm hungry.
I'm starving. I haven't eaten since 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well,
I think it's time
we're
for
we're about halfway through.
We are.
What'd
I'm
you
good
say?
for right now.
Do you think that means something?
I think it does.
Do you think it does?
All right.
It's halftime on Roundabout. Both Craig and Ben are at the controls, readying the content for the second half of the show. It's halftime in America, too. People are out of work and they're hurting, and they're all wondering what they're going to do to be entertained because being out of work is a real bummer. We're all scared because this isn't a game. It's an automotive show that could go off the rails at any minute. The people around about know something about this. They've been off the rails several times before, and they've survived, and that's why we like them. This show can't be knocked down with one punch. Well, some of us would be, but if that happened, we'd just pick Craig's head up and put it right back on his shoulder, and we'd carry on. After all, we believe in no man left behind, no matter how many pieces he's in. It's teamwork that'll get us through this show. Yeah, it's halftime in America. And with your permission, Roundabout second half is about to begin.
I didn't know Red Green did a Super Bowl commercial.
No, Red Green's up here. He's got a voice a little bit higher. He's a little bit higher up.
That was fantastic.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Now, when Craig dies, we're actually just going to freeze his head and just put it on a tall stool and a microphone in front.
Stool,
That's
a
it.
gangly stool.
Yeah.
Go get some.
It's going to be just
$13
like
tripod
it's going to be
at
just like Richard Nixon in
Futurama.
Yeah.
Except I won't be resigning from anything. I'll be murdered. Anyway, thank you for that emotion-packed reading there. Dave?
I have tears in my eyes right now.
I know.
I'm weeping.
It's a real
Oh, wait,
pick
no,
me
I'm
up.
sorry. I'm wiping away sweat. That's what it is.
Oh, that's it.
Hi, Uncle Red. All right, we're getting to the second half of the show, but first we got to thank our friends at Amazon. And I'm here to tell you about an exciting new reverse mortgage program from the fine people at Patriot Financial. No? No, I am here to tell you about Amazon. Dave, are you on a reverse mortgage?
No, I'm not.
No, those aren't allowed in
I
Canada.
was just trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out how you could get that through Amazon. That must be quite a book.
No,
The
you
book
see,
that pays you for your house.
to steal
I
your
don't
house
know.
from you until you own it until you die, and then they
That's
come
right.
like a thief in the night and Steal it away. Robert Wagner even told me so.
It's your house. Own it when you want it.
And screw the kids.
Who needs them? We got to thank Amazon.com. It's the best. And you mentioned books, Dave. That is such a cliche. Amazon is so much more than books. It's the largest river in the world.
Oh my God.
That's a good point.
So it has fish too.
Yeah. Being the largest
So
river.
it has fish too.
Hey,
Oh,
Dave, I think
Plantronics.
we're getting Cylon from you.
Oh.
So go ahead and unplug and plug back in.
Bullshit.
Yeah. There's 2 reasons to mark the timeline.
Check 1, 2.
There we go.
That's better.
Much
Thank
improved.
you.
All right.
Thank you.
Pause and.
I'm so glad that didn't happen in the middle of Clint.
Oh, I know. Tragic.
Red.
Tragic.
So pause.
I have to start over.
Pause. So yes, Amazon is so much more than just books. You can get literally millions of different items from there.
Millions.
Automotive
Yeah,
products,
are you
Ben.
sure?
Automotive products, videos, tools, you name it. I'm sure you can get food. Yeah, in fact, you can get food. Keurig little cups for the coffee makers.
It's true.
Masheshe gets those all the time.
She does. She's a big
So-
fan.
What we'd like to take a moment to thank our friends at Amazon. We're running a little promotion, perhaps you've heard. If you'd like to thank us for doing a fine automotive program, we encourage you to go to our website, roundaboutshow.com. On the page, you will see at the top a little banner ad for Amazon. You click on that, and that's a way of saying thank you, Roundabout. Thank you. Whatever you purchase from following that link, and it takes you directly to Amazon, so there's no form to fill out. There are no other steps you have to take.
No, I mean, in all truth, from the same Amazon you've ever been to, but it says, hey, these guys got here through Roundabout. You
It's
know,
a thank you to us,
Yeah.
really.
same prices.
Same everything.
That's the way to
Just
do
we
it.
get credit for the products you buy. It's a little handshake, really, is what it is. A pat on the back from Amazon.
Mhm.
So we encourage you to do that. Go to our website, roundaboutshow.com, follow the banner ad, and just do your purchases as you normally would, and they take care of the rest. And we appreciate it.
Same great savings,
Oh, yeah.
and, you're helping us out.
So every week we like to highlight a little product, and this week is no exception. We've got a product, 634 reviews, 5 stars, Ben. How do you like that?
Oh, you're killing me.
Michelle, calm down. There's a lot of things on Amazon that have 5 stars.
And this is one of them. It's the battery tender, 12-volt battery charger. How many of you own tractors or lawnmowers or something? A vehicle that doesn't get driven every day, let's say.
Many.
Mm-hmm. So what do you do when the car's been, or something, your tractor's been sitting for, let's say, 3 months in the wintertime? The battery is dead. It's just been sitting too long. I didn't say flaccid, I said dead.
Oh, okay.
What do? You're stuck. You've got to jump it. You've got to pull it out, charge it, go through all this hassle. If you had a battery tender, you'd be ready to rock and roll. You'd be ready to plow snow. You'd be ready to cut the grass at a moment's notice. A battery tender kind of just trickle charges the battery just to maintain the charge that it has so it doesn't go dead. It's a brilliant idea.
This sounds like it might be useful in the wintertime.
It'd be very useful.
I'm going to buy a tractor just so I can use a battery tender.
And you could probably buy that tractor
On Amazon.
on
Amazon, too.
Amazon.com.
You could use it to
Good
plow the
point.
snow up at the Possum Lodge, Dave.
Exactly. Sorry.
You know what else you can get on Amazon? Duct tape.
I'm sure the Red Green program on Digital Versatile Disc.
I know.
So, battery tender, $46, $47 right here on Amazon. Our product, our pick of the week. Check it out, roundaboutshow.com. It's right there in the show notes. So, moving right along,
Moving on up.
we're doing a little wrap-up, a rapid-fire wrap-up of the Chicago Auto Show.
Roundabout Redline style.
All right, guys, Chicago Auto Show just wrapped up. Press days are over. We got to go over the highlights from the show. We got 10 minutes. Ben is going to be the time Nazi here. He's going to strictly enforce the limit. Over the limit, under arrest, or under the limit, over capacity, something. We're wasting time. We got to start.
You're at
going.
950, son.
First up, 2013 Ford Shelby GT 500 convertible. One of the big reveals from the show. Pretty not unexpected, right?
Mm-hmm. Nice car. Needs more horsepower.
It's got a 5.8 liter V8.
I would just like to say 650 horsepower, still a Mustang GT 500.
Mm-hmm.
Still won't be able to get to 60 in under 3.9 seconds. Will still be really heavy. And anyway, so they also celebrated 20 years or 30 years or whatever it was.
20.
I don't know. Count me down. 20 years. There you go.
2 decades.
Of SVT too. Yeah.
With another Mustang of sorts.
What? Crazy.
A
Absolutely.
1993 Mustang SVT Cobra R.
That's a beautiful looking car.
Actually, that is a
Not
great
really.
looking car because
It
any
is.
Cobra R is sexy. Oh God,
It's
I
a
love Cobra.
Fox body. It's a Ford Fairmont. It's horrible.
Yeah, but you know what? Okay, the Fox bodies did suck, and also the Fox body suspension and chassis did last until 2005 when the new Mustang came out. However, the Cobra R was a pimp, and the second generation Cobra R and the third generation Cobra R both had independent rear suspension. Get you some of that.
I still disconcur. 235 horsepower, 5-liter V8. Police! It's terrible.
You know what?
Terrible.
That's what your daddy said when you came out.
Oh. I don't know.
Send it back.
He said it's
I
not
hear
mine.
all these terrible
It's not
things.
mine.
I hear all these terrible things about Fox body Mustangs, but you know what? For bang for the buck, and the fact that, you know what, without even a lot of throttle, you can have fun. You can come off that off ramp, dance that back end out. Yeah, it may not be the fastest thing out there, but I don't know. I like the adrenaline rush of coming out of corner sideways.
Cobra
Not that
Rs
I've
are
done
still
that.
track cars. You
Not
can
that
still
you've done
take 'em
that
to a
today.
track and have a good time.
Well,
That'd be
in
cool.
more sensible news, we have
Yeah,
a product
way
from
the opposite
Hyundai,
end.
and the link isn't working.
Every
How's
one
it-
of your links, Craig, goes to the Mustang SVT. You must have really wanted to talk about this one.
Let's just put it this way: it's boring. The fifth car is boring, and the sixth car is boring. So,
Well, all right. So explain these two Elantras. Well, the Elantra GT first.
the Elantra GT. It's wait, that was the hatchback one, the little
4-door
five-door-
hatchback. Yeah,
four-door
5-door
hatchback,
kind of a
yeah.
thing.
And again, why not just go buy the Kia version? Because it's going to be better anyway, regardless. And really, the Kia version isn't even that good. So you already know the Hyundai version is not going to be that great. So just save your money. Go and buy yourself a Mazda 3 5-door. Bada bing, bada boom. You're saving yourself, a lot of time, a lot of pressure, a lot of issues. Go buy the Mazda. Who cares? Or the
Mazda.
Ford Focus 5-door. Awesome. Awesome.
All right, you said your piece.
Yeah.
So what is next? The Kia Traxxter. Kia.
Cool.
This is cool. This is cool. This is cool.
Yeah.
I think this is Kia's attempt to make a mini track car like that actually does go road racing, not just one that looks cool in the showroom. It'll probably never get produced or anything even like it, but I give them an E for effort. That's awesome.
Yeah,
It's
it is cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's excellent because that's better than an A. Don't you remember that? You get an A in your class, but if you were if you got better than A, you got an E. That's excellent.
What?
Not in the U.S. In the U.S., if you got an E,
We
That
follow
was
the
gold
alphabet
standard
linearly.
rule till grade 3.
See, Dave, the alphabet is actually linear. It goes from one letter to the next. And here in
What?
America, we don't just cotton pick the ones we want. I digress.
Well,
We're not here for a grammar lesson. Next up, 2013 Acadia. Sexy crossover.
Oh God, what? Sexy crossover. It's about as sexy as a dead hooker. Oh my God.
I think this is a very polarizing design because I've heard a lot of people say, "Oh, it looks really great, much improved," and a lot of people say, "Oh my God, it's ugly."
It's not that
Well,
bad.
No, it's just it's
So badass.
good looking from the front, and then you get inside of it and drive it. Then you get around it, and you go, "Oh my God, what the hell did I buy? Just wasted my life on a GMC Acadia."
So
I'm
you
gonna shoot myself in the head.
So
This
you
is what
do
happened
think
for-
it's more attractive?
Oh, I definitely think it's more attractive. There's no doubt about that.
Okay,
But
because I
you
disagree.
bought a GMC Acadia, run into a river right now. It's over. Life is done. Okay, at this point, your kids hate you. Your daughter's a whore. She's
So
pregnant.
that's
You bought a GMC Acadia. I'm sorry. That's the problems that come. Those are the problems that come with it.
I think it's a nice refresh. It's not revolutionary, that's for sure. I mean, they came out of the same thought process, and who knows, when they designed the first one, this could have been alternate pattern, and they just pulled it up for the refresh. It's pretty close. And you know what? A little refresh on a familiar theme, it'll probably sell anyway.
Yeah, it never hurt anybody. But
yeah. It's not inspiring, but I don't think it's ever meant to be. It's kind of bordering on luxury, right? We're trying.
It's a Luxurosaurus.
But see, that's kind of my problem with GM right now. They have their designs, and none of them are inspiring. If you go over to Ford, if you go over to Chrysler, things are looking good. You're getting inspired. You're going, okay, wow, this is American car culture, the way I wanted to remember it, or the way I want my kids to see it.
It's then car culture and auto news with a different spin.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's
but then you look
catchy
at
slogan.
Most GM products, and you go, who? Why? Ed Welburn, go away. You're killing the brand. Oh, God, take everyone with you. Just leave.
All right, well, hold on. All right, Craig, you saw this thing in person.
I did.
You were at the Chicago Auto Show.
It's not that bad. It's
that
the
bad.
same as
you
it was.
said it didn't. You thought it looked pretty good in person.
It's not unattractive.
And Josh doesn't. He's not saying it's ugly either. But
right, it's definitely not.
Mm-hmm. It's not that bad. It's just a minor mid-cycle enhancement. It's not, and the powertrains are all the same. They tweaked some stuff in the transmission, like the programming, to make it shift smoother and for a little better economy.
And the airbags,
which is one that I was surprised they even mentioned. It's like, if it isn't revolutionary, why tell people that, we did something that everybody else will get on their next service, and we'll just take care of it.
Because
we retweaked the Jigga, whatever.
Don't you remember the Cadillac ATS and the CTS? Two cars that are not revolutionary for anyone, but yet, oh my God, they have keyless entry. Holy crap. They also have rear-wheel drive.
I heard they have power windows.
And they have power windows, yeah.
Power windows.
They even have a gas filler cap. Oh my God. Like, it's the same crap from General Motors. I'm sorry. I love the brand, but they're diluting it. They're destroying it. These PR people have nothing to even talk about in the press releases.
Josh Lewis needs to be in the tubes running this company.
That's right. And with that, we have 2 minutes left.
And we are done, because we're moving on to the next segment.
Oh, my God. Does that mean it's time for Versus, Craig?
Yeah.
Versus.
Do I say something now?
I believe you do.
As you know, in this game, two panelists debate the merits and demerits of one particular vehicle in 3 rounds. The other two, or in this case, the chat room, you pick a winner. Now, Colonel.
Yes.
I'm sitting out this round as host. We've got Dave Foley. He's going to be either a pro or a con, and Josh Lewis. So which one is going to be which?
All right, I've got a hat under this table. I wish I could pan the camera down so you could see it, but I've got Josh's name in there, and I've got Dave's name in there. So I'm going to pull one out, and looks like
by
Josh.
Hat, he means crotch.
Josh, you're going to be pro.
Down there.
Josh is going to be pro,
Josh
which means no
pro.
matter what, he has to defend each vehicle in the 3 rounds.
And they're all going to be GM
So
products.
what is Dave going to be?
Well, that means we've only got one choice left, and of course, Dave is going to be
Dave
con.
is neutral.
I hate it. I hate it all.
He's gearing up.
Practicing.
All right.
He's
I'm
gearing
practicing.
up.
Now for the rules. Josh, as pro, you must do your best to convincingly talk up the positive aspects of the vehicles in each of our 3 rounds, no matter how awful you think said vehicle really is. On the other hand, David, as con, you must make the case for why each of these cars should be taken off to the crusher. Beat the crusher. Each of you will have 1 minute per car to state your cases. Following that, there's a 15-second rebuttal round. The chat room will serve as our judging panel today, so be ready to vote. Chatters, get logged in, and Ben will paste a link in there when the time is right, and you will have a little survey, just like last week, where you can vote. So, Ben, what is our first vehicle up for debate this time around?
All right. First vehicle, round 1. Round 1. We have, as it loads, the 2012 Audi TT. This time, we start with Josh, who is pro. So, at the sound of my bell, round 1 begins, and you will have, 1 minute?
Yes.
1 minute.
Yerm.
So, at the sound of my bell, Sound my
1 minute.
bell?
Are you ready? Wait, are you ready, Josh?
I'm ready.
He was born ready. He was born early, but he was
born
born
this
ready.
way.
All right.
Here comes my bell.
All right, the 2012 Audi TT. It's sexy, it's cool, it's attractive, and it doesn't make a man driving it look like he's gay. Here's the neat thing about it. There are so many options and so many different features you can get on a TT. You can get a standard TT, you can get a TTS, or you can get the Audi TT RS. Ladies and gentlemen, a true sports car from the people at Audi. Finally, they understand how to do things right with a little two-door coupe or convertible. It's a manly machine, comes with a manual transmission, except for the TTS. It only comes in automatic, but that's okay. We can forgive them for that because DSG is not too shabby. And also, you can still get this car about $40,000 to $45,000. It's better looking than the BMW Z4, can go faster because BMW don't make an M version of the Z4, bastards. And more interestingly enough, the TTRS now comes in a plus version, and it's still faster to 60.
Quiet you.
You're done,
That's
Josh.
done. Goodbye.
Faster to 60 than...
Anything than the world.
All right. So next, it is Dave's turn. He's, of course, Con. He now will have 1 minute at the sound of my bell. Wait for it, and... Go!
2012 Audi TT. I mean, give me a break. Yes, it's slightly better than that sausage with the protractor rounded ends on it of the previous generation, but this thing is it just doesn't have any soul. It's still sausagey. It's still a section of a jet that's sort of hacked off. I don't know if it doesn't make you look gay or not. I haven't got a clue. It's not the rightful design. There's no flow to it. It's just straight sided. Now, the other issue is, how long are you going to keep this thing on the road? I mean, for a short drive, maybe it's good. And for a year or two, you could afford to keep something like that on the road. But down the road, my God, the maintenance costs would certainly eat huge chunks out of your reversible mortgage payments. There's no chance at all you'd survive until your death in your house owning this car. It's nothing but bankruptcy on wheels. There's no...
Wow, it's the
Wow.
mortgage crisis on wheels. You heard it here first, folks.
Holy crap.
All right, before we go... Actually, we got a 15-second rebuttal
like
round.
big rebuts in the can online.
It's true.
Josh.
These are very small rebuts, truthfully. So...
That's not what my butt said. I mean,
All right. I think we're ready for the rebuttal round. We start with Josh at the sound of my bell. Uh-oh. I lost Josh or something.
Joshua. He's there.
Well,
I can
he's-
see him with the
I
delay.
can see. Uh-oh. QuickTime crashed on me. Sorry about that, guys.
Max, don't
that's
crash.
okay.
Hold on. I have to pause this for the podcast and restart. Not the whole thing, but... That's
Talk
interesting.
amongst yourself.
Yeah, please. Please do.
Well, it sounds like one doesn't like apple pie. He's a big Dave fan here. He's got Go Dave, Go Dave, Go Dave. He's also a big fan of Control-C, Control-V. He likes to copy and paste absurd amounts of things.
I loves the shortcuts.
Cuts. Shirt cut. You sitting on a champagne, Josh?
No, I'm good right now. The champagne room is closed for this evening. Well, for right now at least. And yes, I did own a Bullitt Mustang. I don't hate American cars. I love German cars. Yes, I have an M3, but I've had everything. I've had GM, Ford. Well, we've never had a Chrysler product. I'm currently driving my dad's 2010 ZR1. For God's sake, my point is that there's so many management members of General Motors that don't know a damn thing about what's actually happening in this world and need to wake up. You know, some of them just don't understand the styles that need to be happening for General Motors right now. They've got great product, just not the right type of interior, not the right type of exterior sometimes. It's
You're
all
not debating yet.
Maybe you weren't aware.
The clock isn't running.
I'm trying to win the chat room back. They hate me right now.
So you're not a fan of the new Malibu? The long lead time Malibu that everybody thought's been out for a year anyway.
I am actually a fan of the new Malibu. What I'm not a fan of is this whole thing about, General Motors being, just like way better than everybody else. All their marketing stuff is like, look at what we can do. Well, congratulations. Everybody else has been doing it for 13 years. Where the hell you been? I mean, Cadillac actually put out a press release for the new Escalade. This was great. That it had new safety features.
Your time is up.
Guess who's up and running?
Sorry. I'll explain all this after the show is done.
Okay.
One doesn't like apple pie is questioning the validity of your actions there, Josh. He's calling you a cheater. In fact, he's calling you a cheater.
Winner, Lewis dinner, okay?
What?
All right.
What? What did he mean by that?
I'm not sure.
It's too subtle. All right. Well, Ben, you're going to mark that because
We're going to mark that. Everyone's going to get quiet.
Try not to breathe through their mouths. All right. So we're back to the rebuttal round now. First rebuttal round. Joshua Lewis.
That's right.
We're back to the first. Joshua McLewis.
That's right. And at the sound of my bell, he'll have 15 seconds to rebut away on
Remember,
the Audi TT.
He's earned the honorary MC.
Yes, the McLewis. Sounds like an awful, awful sandwich. Anyway, at the sound of my bell.
All right.
McLewis is delicious to some, and so is the Audi TT. I know you talk about a crisis for your wallet. I mean, come on. In the chat room, they're saying that it's horrible for you're going to know your service advisor better than anybody else, basically, and he's going to know the exact VIN of your car.
I don't know what we're going to know about what you're saying because you didn't get to finish.
That was 30
frankly
seconds.
know what he
I
said
That
to
was,
begin
that was
with.
15 seconds, as I said several
Oh,
times.
I thought you said 30. I'm sorry. I
Oh.
swear to God, spaced out. I thought you said 30.
Darn.
He's not going to win
But
in
you
the
know what? You
listening
should add 15
skills
seconds onto that.
challenge.
That's true. We'll skip the listening round this
All
week.
right, David, it is your turn.
Dave, it's your turn.
Are your rebuttals locked and loaded?
Sure.
I shouldn't have used a gun reference. He's Canadian. They don't have the Second Amendment to protect their rights.
Yeah, that's right.
Just to be clear, you have 15 seconds at the sound of my bell.
Well, it's a sad thing when the best thing you can say about the car is, you know what, it really does come with shiny paint. And I'm sure it does. I'm positive it does. But other than that, style disaster, complete mess. I have no hope.
That was 16 seconds.
Oh.
I'm
Knock
afraid
off
you're
second.
disqualified for the rest of the game now, Dave.
Yes!
For Ben's mistake. Yeah.
I win.
All right. Very soon it's going to be time for the chat room to
Yes, it is.
vote. But first, Craig, we're going to go to you. And
Some expert analysis.
Exactly.
And play-by-play.
Tell me, how'd you think this round went?
Dave did very well. I'm not going to make any bones about it. Josh, I'm sorry. You were a little bit rambling, a little bit disorganized. And I don't know if it's because you were actually an anti-TT person that was forced to take the opposite position on the car. But I don't know. You're just a little discombobulated.
I completely made my side up, so, you know.
And Dave, very strong arguments with you really sold it with the financial crisis in your wallet or your pocket or whatever the hell it was. It was good. So that's all I've got to say. But apparently not all Josh has to say.
That's often the case. Often the case. Who took the biggest damage here in this round,
I
Craig?
say Josh. But we'll see what the chat says.
Ooh.
Of course, it's up to the chat.
That's
So,
a hole in his side. So,
That's going to sting.
I know. That's going to stay there for a while. I'm pasting a link in the chat. Chat, please vote away. Let's see.
It's an easy vote. You get two choices.
Who
It's
won
just like
this
a
round?
presidential election.
That's true.
Bad or worse, pick one.
Let's see.
I have a suggestion for the election, too, but we'll talk about that later.
He's a 50-50. Oh, Dave is winning 60-40. 3 votes to 2. Come on, chat room, vote. Follow that link. Cast your ballot. Let your voice be heard.
We've got Josh at 40.
5
Dave at
votes
60.
total. We need more. 6 votes total. 4-2 for Dave.
Come on,
David
ladies and
Foley.
gentlemen, come on. I will give you $1 each.
Oh,
Five.
Josh, this is not looking good for you. We've got Dave at 71%, Josh at a measly 29.
How many precincts are reporting?
Thank you, Gorski.
He's a fellow Canadian.
From Connecticut.
Connecticut.
From Connecticut.
I believe at this point we can say
Close
all
the polls.
precincts are reporting. We're ready to call this, Craig.
All right.
Round 1 is for Dave Foley.
I thought you were going to say Dave Coulier.
Step by step. No.
No,
the
wrong
Full
one.
House. No, that's.
No, you started it right. Yeah.
I was doing the Family Matters intro in
Oh,
my head.
oh, yeah. And you're, okay. All right. That brings us to round 2. So, round 1, pretty exciting, right? Okay.
Marginally.
This time, of course, we switch things up a bit. We start with Dave, who is our con once again. So round 2,
Which vehicle?
we've got the 2012 Dodge Calibra, or Caliber if you're not Canadian.
The 2-liter engine. All right.
And I'm con.
You're
This is
Craig.
just
Your
this
cone.
is easy for you at this point.
Thank God.
Like throwing you a win here.
No, remember, it's not the vehicle. It's how you argue.
That's true.
That's true.
No. There's no arguing for a vehicle like this. There's no.
No,
You had to
no,
defend
no,
the
no.
Smart 42, Josh. Shut your trapper and
Can I just copy and paste his line into the beginning of mine? You know.
Oh, lovely, lovely, lovely. And now
begin.
it's time for my bell, and you'll have 1 minute.
2012 Dodge Caliber. This is one that I don't even think rates the, at least it has shiny paint, as I'm not sure the paint even lives up to that level. Rough interior. They did that little refresh of the interior. It's nice, but you know what? Nice in a way that store-bought vanilla, the basic vanilla ice cream is nice. It's not the really good stuff. It's not the stuff you get at that little corner shop that makes it in the back. No, this is just, it's nice. It's adequate. Noisy motor, grindy, and what's with that CVT? Who does that? It's an offense to everybody that has a driver's license. Not so much to the passengers because they don't matter. They don't care. Well, they might, but we don't care about them. Brutal little, funny little boxy. It can't decide if it's an SUV or if it's a little coupe car. It's just bad with I don't know.
With
bad
a
in
stutter on
speeds.
top.
With a stutter. There. Thank you.
Here, and I thought you were a Dodge fan.
That one wasn't tough. That one was not tough.
Hey, we got big retard in the chat now.
Yeah, let's announce that.
Heated and cooled cup holders.
Rick in Atlanta. I don't believe we've had him before. Sorry, I digress. We're in the
Welcome,
middle of our versus round. If you're just joining us now, we just started round 2. Dave Foley defending
The Dodge
the
Caliber.
Dodge Calibra.
But the 2012, I mean, that's a nice
It's
Dodge
a new
Caliber.
car, yes. Next up, Josh Lewis, the con.
He's
No,
got
no.
He's,
No, I
Wait a minute.
reversed that.
he's the
Dave,
pro.
Dave was tearing down.
I'm the
Tearing
con.
down.
He's the pro.
All right.
That yes.
Whatever. You know what I meant.
Where's my medicine? Josh Lewis, listen for the bell.
All right. The 2012 Dodge Caliber.
Already brimming with enthusiasm.
There are two great things about it. It's the cheapest car that comes with heated and cooled cup holders, and it's the cheapest car that comes with a cooled refrigerator type thing in the glove box. At the end of the day, you're still driving a Dodge Caliber. You know what? But you know what the greatest thing about a Dodge Caliber is? The Dodge Dart's coming soon. That's my argument. The Dodge Dart, ladies and gentlemen, 2013. That's it right there. The winner, the Dodge Dart. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Thanks.
Yeah, oddly under time. Well, okay.
All
I
right.
could add it to my 15 seconds. Shame.
I'm afraid not. I'm afraid not. All right. Well, I guess time for a rebuttal round. I'm not so
It
sure
is.
we need it, but
There's put 15 seconds on the clock. Dave Foley, are you ready?
you better be.
Here we go. The best thing you can say about the car, as Josh just alluded to, is it will make the next one easier to be better. It's lowered expectations. There, that's it.
You're done.
All right,
You.
Josh, we're gonna give it to you anyway. maybe you just want to take the time to plug
Rebut.
your website or something.
RawAutos.com, ladies and gentlemen, will have features of the Dodge Dart when it becomes available for you. You know what the greatest thing about the Dart is? It's not a caliber. So the caliber was just total crap. There you go. I win. There you go.
All right, chat room. Well,
Well, we will go to the chat room shortly. Don't jump the gun. What'd you think of this round, Craig?
Josh came back swinging. Pretty funny there in his argument. He had the hard road hoe, as it were, and he played it masterfully, I think. Dave,
Really?
not to disparage Dave's performance, he did quite well as well. But
Shooting fish in a pickle barrel.
I guess not.
Not
That
good.
sounds like sound
No,
advice
not
for
good.
the 19th century. But
Mine
That's
was
right.
like eating pickle out of a bag.
That's right. And
That was
drinking the
just fun.
pickle juice.
It was
that's
like
a good episode title, Pickle Out of a Bag.
Pickle out of a bag.
All right,
All right.
chat
I
room.
have pasted the link in the chat room. You know what you have to do. Vote away.
And chat room, remember, it's the quality of the argument, not the vehicle that counts. All right?
not quantity.
We are split 50-50, 3-3.
Looks like Josh's tactic might have won him a few friends here. Good thing, taking the opposite approach. Being a con, even though you were assigned pro, breaking the rules. Oh,
4-3
mentioned
now.
you
Jo-
suddenly got him in the lead. He's at
Yep.
57% as
We're
Dave.
listing to Josh's
We are.
favor here, like that ship in Italy listing
Well,
Costa
look, it's
Cortinia or something.
That's right.
I wasn't the captain of the Exxon Valdez, where Alaska just popped up out of nowhere. I saw the land ahead and decided to just turn away and go back.
All right.
He saw the writing on the wall. I think all precincts are reporting. Josh
We can call this-
actually takes this
He-
one
he
at
carried the day.
57%. Wasn't a lot, but he did in fact take it.
Big retard said, I voted for Josh for talking about the sweet cup holders.
And Josh, it's large mentally disabled.
Oh, large mentally disabled, sorry. And he apparently can't type, so he's large mentally disabled and typeless.
Ben, read that line like the nerd voice. Large mentally disabled.
Large mentally disabled?
Yes.
Oh, am I supposed to read something in the chat?
Yes, Ben.
I voted for Josh for talking about the sweet cup holders. Freaking awesome, man. God,
Awesome, dude.
how could you do any better than that?
We can do better in round 3.
That one was a tough one, guys. That was there. I don't know how anybody could talk con. I'd vote for Josh too.
It's because I mentioned the cup holders, the glove box, and the Dodge Dart. That's all I got to say. When you
That's
mention a Dodge Dart, it's a win-win every time.
you had my vote with yeah. Good job.
You had me at Dart.
No idea how that'd have a connection to me.
All right, folks.
All right,
Third and final and last round.
and
The concluding round.
yeah, it's final, it's last,
What's our
end
deal?
round.
The
round three.
denouement.
Final countdown.
Somebody found their thesaurus.
It's pretty much my favorite dinosaur.
All right.
right.
This time, once again, we start with Josh. Josh is pro. And here we go, Josh. You have the BMW X6M.
Oh, payback's a bitch.
Yes, it is.
Mopar fan having to tear down his product. Now we got the BMW enthusiast having to.
Pro his product.
Well, it is an X6M to be fair. Okay. Josh, are you ready? Ben,
Oh,
let's put
I am ready.
Let's put a minute on
I
the
am-
clock, Ben.
Readier than I've ever been. All right, the BMW X6M 4.4 liter twin power turbocharged motor. Again, I agree that's stupid, by the way. But it has 555 horsepower, 500 pound-feet of torque, available from 1,500 RPM. It also seats 4 fully grown adults and 4 of their fully grown bags of crap. But you know what? It drives like a monster. You can turn the traction control off. And Bill Oberlin once told me a story that he towed 10,000 pounds and did a 0 to 60 launch in 10 seconds with the BMW X6M that BMW provided for him. Also, BMW's head of drivers down in Spartanburg, South Carolina, at the Performance Center, took one and beat a Porsche Cayman S around the racetrack at the One Lap of America. Yes, the X6M is badass, and it could be in your driveway too. For the all right,
We'll
good.
never know. We
I
will
was glad
never
we didn't get to
No,
the
we
price
won't.
of it.
But what we do know is that Dave Foley is up next. Mirror Dart.
Here we go, Dave.
Well, I've considered buying a 2012 X6M, but then I thought having a house to live in would be better. So the purchase price really puts that completely off the table. It's out of the range. They're dreaming. They've got fantasies going on in their head about what they think people will pay, and then you got to look at the thing. That's that coupe SUV boxy. It's like a model kit that's just gotten crazy. You hack the roof off of one, you stick it on the body of another. Oh, and best yet, let's put that on a big honking monster truck 4x4 chassis and drop the sides down to pretend like you can actually get in and out of the thing. Big motor, that's great. Towing that much weight and getting that's really cool, but I wouldn't expect that would last more than the time they did it. Because, yeah, that's an awful lot of weight. I don't believe that thing's meant to do that, haul that for any length of time.
And you're done.
There.
You're done here.
I'm ready for my rebuttal.
Are you ready for your rebuttal?
I'm ready. Give it to me.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
This thing is just badass and awesome. It's better than a Range Rover at 90 grand. And what would you rather have? A Cadillac Escalade? Yeah, right. Or a Jeep SRT8? BMW X6M, ladies and gentlemen. I win. Sorry.
And under time. Well done, well done, well done.
Very
All right.
strong. Very strong.
Dave, I hope you're ready.
Never understood it. Never understood that whole shape X6. Put an M on it. I don't care what letter you do. Add punctuation. You can add punctuation, and it won't make it a cool-looking vehicle. To me, it's just too weird. It can't decide what it is.
35 question
That's it.
marks.
There. That's right.
All right. So that completes the rebuttal round
So
for the
Craig,
third and final round of Versus this week.
That's right. So, what do you think?
This
First
was the
of all, this round. This round.
one? Well, this was the weakest of the three.
Weakest
think
of all
that
the rounds.
It was the X6 is a difficult vehicle to pin down. What is it? Is it a crossover? Is it a sports sedan? Is it a coupe? Is
I'm
it a sports,
confused.
Is it a sports activity vehicle? I don't know.
And here's
the
why
argument,
it's an SAV and not an SUV. Because there's nothing sporty about a utility vehicle.
It's an
activity vehicle
SUCKAV.
can't be sporty.
Yeah.
And yes,
So-
it's an elevated wagon. There's nothing wrong with being an elevated wagon. Wagons are cool. You know what? 80% or actually 65% of all Tahoes purchased have captain's chairs in the back.
You're,
So that
you're
means they've got-
losing points with me here. Josh.
Sorry.
The timer has been shut off for quite a spell here.
I love you, Craig. Remember, I used you as inspiration for Uncooked Truth.
So, yes, the third round was the weakest of all of them. Josh, in his initial arguments, got a little bogged down with the facts, I think, throwing out too many numbers. But Dave was just as weak.
Ooh,
Thank you.
poor Dave.
Hey, what was I bogged down about with the facts?
I don't know. If I had to make a decision now, I couldn't. I think.
Really?
I think it's up to the chat room. I will be like the vice president of the U.S., serving as president of the Senate and tie-breaking vote if
Okay.
necessary.
All right, if necessary.
Post that chat, the survey in the chat, Ben, and let's see what the people have to say.
Let's. All right.
What's it going to be?
Craig
2,
Biden.
1, round 3.
Craig
All right.
Biden. Do you do ribbon cuttings too, Craig?
I can, if required. I can shake babies and hold hands. Kiss hands
So
and shake
far,
hands.
we very much have Dave in the lead. Oh, whoa! But this might end up being a tie. We've got Dave at 57%, Josh at 43%.
Josh needs one
Come
more
on,
vote
guys.
to
Come
tie it up.
on!
I don't
You
think we
know
will
you
because
like
there are only
the
7
X6
people
man.
voting.
It's
Oh
cool.
no! Oh no!
Come on, guys.
I think we got all.
X6M.
I think
Josh
it's.
Lewis is the man. RawAutos.com, kids. Come on. Come on.
Mm.
Come on.
We-
Give it to me. Give it to me. Come on. Come on.
We've now
Come
got
on.
Dave at 63%, Josh at 38. Josh,
Come on.
I don't think you're gonna pull out of this one.
Keeps pulling a Gingrich.
Yeah.
You'd rather have an SRT
Not being fat
Jeep
and
over the
stupid
ugly
and-
Beamer. Have you ever driven an X6? The X6 drives amazingly. Seriously, I know that it's weird looking. I know that it's hard to get your head around, but I'm telling you, the X6 drives like a monster. It is crazy. I've gone on back
campaigning
roads
as the
at
ship
faster
slips
speeds than
beneath
my
the
father's
waves.
Z06
Josh,
and one
Josh.
kebab.
Josh,
Josh,
I love that car.
Josh.
Joshua,
We're done here.
you're still
X6 never gets any
campaigning.
credit.
Hey,
It's
all,
over.
All precincts
Princes.
all precincts have reported, buddy.
ESL? English is a second language, anyone?
I speak for good. Leave alone.
Wave long. Poor sour.
Can you say straw poll?
We've got Dave for this one. I think that's 2 rounds for Dave, Craig. Am I right?
You're right, Ben. And that
Yeah.
means what?
You know what? I might just decline, the win and sort of, because you know what? That second one, that was so tough.
If
mean,
elected, I
that
shall
second-
not serve.
That's right. That's right. I'd be happy this one ended up in a draw. That's something. He had a hard job.
He's a real Canadian.
He's a real. Well, that he is. But
too
I'm
nice.
gonna come in.
William Tecumseh Sherman.
Now, I'm
I believe
gonna-
that's who said that quote you were referring
That's
to.
true.
Ben.
But you-
Tecumseh.
Tecumseh.
William Tecumseh Sherman.
Yeah.
If elected, he would not run, and if voted for, he wouldn't serve.
Something like that.
Anyway,
Like that.
But I just want to remark on part of Dave's technique here. Did you notice? I think in every round, even though he was con, he always had something nice to say about the car.
playing
He
the
said,
middle of the road.
"You know,
He's Al Gore
it
in it.
might be a nice such and such, but
Mm-hmm.
you know what? I think that won a lot of points with our audience here.
I think so too.
So
I think so too.
Josh, just a
Crap.
thought. Just a thought.
Hey, I
You know,
won-
may
wait,
not
I
want-
won the Dodge Caliber round by going against it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well,
I mean,
You know,
I listed 3 good things about it: the cup holder, the glove box, and the dart. I mean, that's
And the dart, which oddly enough has nothing to do with the caliber.
no, it does. It's gonna knock it off the Dodge block. Thank God. That's such
All right, guys. Well, that concludes Versus for this week. And oddly enough, Roundabout, episode
it's the
117.
whole show.
I know.
Duh. We never even officially declare. Well, we did declare a winner, but
Dave carried the day.
But Dave,
Full term.
you always get our special sound effect. Winner. I know it's kind of a downer at the end, but it's all we could afford.
We ran out of cash. Yes. So congratulations, Dave. And to the audience
Thank
out
you.
there, thank you for voting. We couldn't have done it without you.
Audience participation.
Critical
I would-
participation.
they were amazing. That's the best chat room in the world.
It's the best voting I've seen in a week or better.
I majored in pandering. Did anybody tell you that? I majored in pandering.
In pandering.
And they're the best looking, too. Don't you forget it.
chat
Dave-
room make me happy in pants.
Dave Foley, Miradart, Auto Mojo. Is that a new site? What is Auto
What's
Mojo?
this Auto Mojo thing I hear so much about?
You know, it was a little thing we got off the ground last year. Just my kind of take on car business, car things. We did 5 shows. It was internet TV show, kind of an interview, kind of a setup. We're working on getting it back on the air, back on the big web. Got some guests and stuff lined up, working for finance, but in the meantime, you can still follow the way this brain works if you do a search on the big Facebook for Auto Mojo, and yeah, you can follow along what's going on up here. Even if there's nothing, when I have a post, when there's a day when there's no post, there's nothing going on.
It's a quiet day.
Might
Just
be
a
in the auto industry, there might be something just fantastic, but that day there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
So
It's a quiet day in the provinces.
that's right. That's right.
Thank you, Dave Foley. Always appreciate it. It's been quite a spell. It's been too long.
I had fun.
Well, glad you enjoyed
Thank
it.
you. Thank you
Thanks
for
for
calling.
joining
You're
us.
lying through your teeth. Josh Lewis.
Joshua McLewis.
Joshua McLewis. Rawautos.com, home of the uncooked truth.
RawAutos.com.
Rawautos.com.
Rawautos.
Did I read correctly?
What's news on the Raw?
You can go check out the Super Bowl ads, whatever. You can go check out our brand new review of the 2013 335i, which is a great review, I must say. You can also, every Monday morning, check out Uncooked Truth. The past 4 weeks, I have done. My first one was about my niece is 16 and she needs a car, and I talk about the facts of driving for a little bit, and I recommend a car for my parents to buy for her. Then I went with the next one was General Motors will go bankrupt again. I should have added an if, but I didn't want to because I wanted it to be controversial. I don't want General Motors to go bankrupt again, but read my reasons why they could go bankrupt. Also, one of my more recent ones was Stop Trying to Be the Next Top Gear. And I also described for everybody how they can create an automotive television show that's good. And then, of course, and most recent one, automotive ad slogans aren't hitting the mark anymore. So go check those out.
Quite a girth of material there.
You know what? That's what all the ladies tell me.
Oh, thank you, Josh,
right.
for your support. And of course, we could not have a show without the Bengina monologues, getting the technical side of things taken care of.
Oh, well, thank you. You're all so kind.
I miss Steven. I really do. Our southern accent chatting.
Thank you, Ben.
You are so welcome.
Gosh, I might come back again next week.
Oh, you're so kind.
All right, guys, remember, you can watch Roundabout Live every Friday evening starting at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time or 3:30 out on the West Coast. I just spat on my computer screen. And don't forget to check out the rest of the Autoline family of fine programs, including Autoline This Week, Autoline After Hours, and, of course, Autoline Daily. If you want to stay in touch with us, we'd love to hear from you. You can follow us on Twitter. It's twitter.com/roundaboutshow. We're also doing the Facebook thing, facebook.com/roundaboutshow. And speaking of Facebook, we received an email at our Roundabout email account, which, oddly enough, is roundaboutshow@gmail.com. And it came from a listener, Dale Leonard, in Lakewood, Ohio. He's a fan of all of the Autoline programs, as he mentioned to us in the message, and he was asking how he could help us out by supporting Roundabout. He wanted to know how he could like us on Facebook. Great question, Dale.
So you just go to facebook.com/roundaboutshow. There's a big thing that says like.
Yep.
There you go.
Little thumbs up.
Comment on our stuff. Post stuff to our page. You find funny stuff, go ahead and post it to our page. We might just use it as a story in next week's show. Wouldn't that be pretty cool?
Prime
sure
example
would.
of
That's
posting
pretty big.
things.
That's pretty big.
Perfect example of posting things on the Facebook page. One doesn't like apple pie. Very prolific.
Prolific. In fact, I have to say, Mr. Mud Monster and Mr. Luke, a.k.a. Cran Breaking, I think he might be supplanting you. So you might want to ramp up your game a little bit. Just saying.
Uh-oh.
We're not calling out names, but
But Mud Monster and Cran Breaking might want to,
they've gone soft.
yeah, if you will.
Their
So-
support is flagging. I think.
So Dale Leonard, thank you for asking that, and this counts as your shout out. Hey! Dale Leonard round.
All right.
That's perfect.
If you never want to miss an action-packed episode of Roundabout, there are a number of ways to get it. You can go through the Zune Marketplace. You can use a little program on your smartphone called Stitcher. Even subscribe via iTunes. And if you're doing it through iTunes, we ask you, please rate us. They have a little star rating scale, 5 stars, I think it is, Ben.
Write a little synopsis.
1 or 2 sentences. Tell us if you like the
Even
show.
if you think we're a 1-star podcast, tell us the truth.
We
won't
want to
cry
air
for
it.
too long.
We want to air it. We won't cry for too long, and we will delete it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Abuse, spam.
Spam. Yep. So
They're being mean to me.
So please do that on the iTunes. We do appreciate it. Anyway, thanks to all of you out there listening. Please, please, please won't you join us again next week as we circle the roundabout? We'll talk to you then. That's the show, guys.
Thank you all.
And thank you, chat room.
That was cool.
That was a good show. Sorry,
That was fun,
rambled
Josh.
a little bit too
That
much.
was fun. I had a hoot. That was so cool.
Oh,
Not because I won. That was, I'm not trying to rub that in.
let's throw that one in the ring there.
Of course, I do feel pretty good about it, but
Not gonna lie.
Damn
No,
it,
that
you
was cool.
deserved it. You did well.
that was fun. That was really fun.
Well,
It was
great.
a
We're glad to have you
It was a
again.
really bladder-filling episode, too.
As Craig runs to the bathroom.
And I don't have to. Oh, yay.
You wearing Depends, Josh?
No, not yet.
Calf chat. Comes back again. Calf chat.
Craig says Josh is like the astronaut woman and his diaper drove to Florida or whatever. So I'll go ahead and we'll start thanking this chat, and we have to start off alphabetically with large mentally disabled.
Well, we start off with you.
With me, but I don't count. I mean, gosh, I'm just
Ben, thank you for turning up in the chat.
I'm
That
bashful.
was very nice of you.
I know.
Just throwing those damn straw poll links in there and letting me lose, you bitch.
So we
Yes,
got,
thank you to Large Mentally Disabled.
Mhm.
Thank you to Craig A. Cole, our host, and our gifted mind every week. Crayon Breaking. I have no idea what the hell your name is, but
It's
I
Luke
love you because-
Farlow. Luke Farlow.
No, I know who it is. I just don't know what the hell the name means. I love you because you love me and you're always on my side. Thank you, Luke. Always got your back.
I think
Formal-
Luke's on everybody's side. He's like, you
really
guys
is
are all
a good
great. He's our
guy.
biggest booster.
He's very
He's a
sweet.
good guy.
I mean, Swiss. Sorry, very Swiss.
No. He's just a good guy. I wouldn't call him Swiss. That would be mean.
Yes, he actually gives back what the Nazis took from the Jews. So
Boom.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Boom.
I had a friend post on Facebook because of the Swiss wanted to arrest President George Bush for war crimes, and he posted on there that the Swiss are the most honorable, gracious people in the world because they wanted to arrest a horrible human for war crimes. And I said, wait a second, what about the war crimes they committed? And he was like, they've never committed a war crime. They're Swiss. They're always neutral. And I said, really? Ask the Jewish families if they've ever gotten back everything that the Nazis stole from them. And ask them also where the public records are. Oh, they're in Switzerland. Oh, that's right. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, formerly Baja Busta, I disagree with what happened to you. It gives me a pain in my chest and in my butt. A booty hole for you. Gorski C, you're a great guy. I love you. Love you and your southern hatred. It's always good. Mud Monster, what can I say? You're always fun. You're always, well, you're like me. Kind of fun, interesting. You know, you live in the South like me. Miradart, of course, we know who the hell you are. We love you for being on the show, Dave. Thank you very much, Mr. Coulier. We're all autos, Josh. Underneath of one doesn't like apple pie. I would like to
One
thank
doesn't like
you.
living either.
One doesn't like
apparently.
anything delicious,
Yeah,
but
doesn't
loves
like
copy and
apples.
paste.
Yes.
I would just love to say I like you anyway because you're cool. All right? You know what? I have appreciation for people who don't stand up for anything they believe in, but you stand up for everything you don't believe in. So I have no respect for you.
I wonder if he's ever tried, like, he doesn't like pickles and he doesn't like apples. I wonder if he's ever pickled an apple. I mean, that could be just amazing. That could be.
Does he
I
like
was just about to
kraut?
say, I hope he doesn't like. Yeah.
Oh, wouldn't that be a mind blower?
He says he
man.
likes steak. Well, that's a cheap date.
Take him to the
Anywhere
Capitol
then.
Grill.
Hey, how about you and me, fella, going out this weekend? Hey, a couple drinks. None for me. All
He
right.
enjoys the occasional red apple.
Ah.
He's not a
That's
big
not too
fruit
bad.
person or vegetable. If it's deep fried, he might eat it.
And Craig, since this is your show, I will let you carry on with the rest. Ben, I'm sorry for interrupting. I just thought.
Not at all. Not at all. Shut the hell up.
Oh, unusually coarse for the
That's our
Sanders
gracious
man.
hosts for us. I mean, they would make Josh and me just feel so welcome. Just
Well,
want to
see,
give
I'm
them a
a-
big hug.
I'm a regular cast member these days, so they don't really like me that much.
Oh no.
This is bullshit. This is bullshit.
This is
Look,
a food war crime.
This is a hate crime of food. One doesn't like apple pie, says he hates deep fat fried foods. I swear he is lying. This is
Wait.
unbelievable. It's a
Hey,
contravention
not
of the.
fried food.
How do you
Well,
not like
can-
fried food? You could put a dog turd in a deep fryer and it would come out crispy and
He hates
delicious.
seafood too. So wait a second. We can only say that he is one thing. He's definitely not black if he hates fried food.
Oh, that's nice.
okay.
Sorry,
Josh,
sorry.
As Big Retard says, that is
get
un-American.
back on your meds.
Ouch. Ouch, that's a body shot right there. That one's going to leave a big mark.
It should be one doesn't like
that was
anything. Should be his new screen
Fried apple
name.
fritters are delicious. I'm telling you, fried foods are amazing. By the way, God, they're so good.
Crust, please.
Including
Like-
fried pickles, by the way.
How can you exactly?
Oh, he
how can you
likes
not
meat,
like
he says.
fried
That's
food? How can you not
not
like? How can you
Josh.
not like seafood? If you're allergic to seafood, I understand. But fried food and seafood, what is wrong with you as a human being?
All right, this guy is getting way too much attention. So
He
next
is
we got
Mud
Rick
Monster.
in Atlanta.
Oh, is that where we left off? He's a first timer, isn't he? I think I say that every time he checks in. He's the first timer.
Welcome, Rick in Atlanta.
I need
How's
my
Atlanta?
dementia meds, but Rick in Atlanta, welcome.
Hi.
Atlanta's the Big Easy, isn't it? City
No.
of brotherly love.
What?
No. City of Angels.
You're no. It's you've got
Random slogans.
you've
Point
got
of return.
everything mixed up with San
City of
Francisco.
slogans.
What is
Baltimore,
Alberta? The city of
Miami.
freezing your scrotum off or something? I mean,
That's a Russian hockey player, wasn't it?
Dirty, dirty.
dirty.
So we got Roundabout 157.
we do. First timer, I'm pretty sure.
He
And,
may be.
He
may
and
be.
or she, non-gender specific pronoun may be.
It's true. It's true. And then
Luke asks, isn't it Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Lancer.
Last but certainly not least, we have to give a shout out to our good friend Scott, who happens to reside in Cleveland, which thankfully at least is not Detroit.
Yep.
That's Scottopedia. Everyone knows that.
Scott, that's true. He should change his name to Scottopedia.
He should. He
Because
should. He knows everything.
He's
has
always like the
links.
first to post like great
Oh.
stuff in the chat that relates to what we're talking about.
He actually knows way too much in life. In fact, you should calm down, young fella. You're gonna die early. That's right.
You burned
He's got-
so bright, my young Scott.
In Cleveland.
He is simply burdened with extremely fast fingers. His search abilities are unbelievable. Off
He
the
uses
charts.
Bing. It helps him decide.
Google his bitch.
So one doesn't like apple pie has answered an essay question that we did not pose. By the way, I was the one before I changed my name who asked on Autoline Daily, John, why does Craig look like a sim? Okay.
Yes, he did. I remember that.
I went by the alias Tyler Hardwick, and John responded saying that you are a sim and your nickname around the office is CG.
And my lithium-ion battery pack is getting low. Not to mention
It's
overheating.
Craig.
That's pretty good.
Tell me your
Luke says Craig is a high.
Somebody plug him back in.
I left my power brick at the airport.
Okay. Before I forget, my election thing. I got a solution for you guys down there.
Uh-huh.
This
Right.
is I
Go
think,
on, go
I
on.
think this is
There.
brilliant.
What?
Leave our doors unlocked.
Okay. No, I'm here. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Mm.
Bob and Jim Hall. Bob and Jim Hall should run for president. I'm telling you, those guys know more than anybody. They've got memories like steel traps. They could be used interchangeably within a debate. Turn it into, from just a simple 1 hour debate to a 6 hour mega debate. They could swap out and no one would know.
Tag team debating.
I was gonna say,
Oh,
take
yeah.
presidents.
Oh yeah.
I got this
Oh,
one.
it would be perfect. It would be perfect. And the best part is they wouldn't have to run under either banner, because who wouldn't vote for a hall party?
I could say kids in the
Everybody
hall,
likes
right?
a hall party. Come
Hall
on.
party.
Everybody
Well
likes
done.
a hall party.
Well
Thank
done,
you.
Dave.
Well done.
Thank you very much.
Their slogan could be "Halls for
Well
President."
said.
That's
Well,
right.
So now I have to use this opportunity to shamelessly plug an upcoming project.
Go haul in.
Since you, I have to go haul in.
Yeah.
I have to go haul wild, if you will.
Oh my God.
we've got a little thing we're calling Hall versus Hall.
How do you like it?
Ooh, what a segue.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I did not put Dave up to this. We've got a thing called Hall versus Hall where we pose a question to Jim Hall and Bob Hall, and they go at it.
Fisticuffs.
Wow.
Barking and...
I have to be on the next show for that one.
Oh.
Well, I have to tell you, we pre-recorded a few
In
of
summer.
these this summer.
That's okay. I still want to listen.
All right. Well, they're going to be good. We're going to be putting them on YouTube. You're going to love them.
Incredible.
We've got, I don't know, how many do you think we got, Craig? Like 15 of them? We'll
that's
trickle
so
them out. We'll trickle them out.
Spatter them out over time.
And we'll see. You know, this might become a bigger thing. So we'll see.
You never
No
know.
promises, but
I'm all about what Luke said in the chat room.
What'd he
Josh
say?
versus Steven.
Josh versus Steven, a new South off.
Yes.
Have you been brushing up on your accent, Joshua?
On my Steven accent or my Southern accent?
Southern.
Oh.
Can we hear a little scrambler?
No, I have not.
Well, let's
No.
hear a little sample of your progress then,
Oh, okay. My progress. All right.
that you haven't been
Let's see.
practicing.
All right now. So I was down at the local Kmart, okay, and there was a blue light special. It was
Find
just
it.
crazy. I'll tell you that much right now. Hey. And I was down there with my good old Chevy Silverado because we all know that
no.
when the
vetoed.
Rejected.
That's
It's
some
like
giant
immigration
poopy right
papers.
there, right in your face. Oh God, what
Ooh.
is that?
Ooh.
Oh,
Bladder
God.
control. That's a rough one.
There's
All
no-
over the lino. In the that's awful.
Josh, what did you do?
Sorry.
He went in the house again.
Sorry.
Ooh,
I just can't help it
That's-
sometimes. I, get
I just can't help it.
that's even worse. Do you hear that?
We're done
That
here.
had
Goodbye. Hang up on them, Ben.
Terrible.
It hurts so bad.
No,
My
you can't
colon.
do the Southern accent, Josh. Let's hear your trumpet, your French horn, or whatever it is. We should do a roundabout band where it's only mouth instruments.
That's what I call colio. Oh.
There's a real Roab down. I'm gonna twang.
No, Ben, you got to do bass, like the Country Bear Jamboree.
This. I don't know what to do.
All right, that's enough. Stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
Dave was giving us a little rattle pan there, a little tambourine. Here through the bass.
May I just end with? Hi, y'all. How you doing?
Nice. Nice touch. Nice touch.
Dave was a one-man band. He had the tambourine
Dude,
and
that
then
was
castanetties on his toes.
Formerly Baja Busta just said, "What the mother father?"
All right, guys.
Goodbye. We're done.
That's a
Bye.
night. This ends our broadcast day here
Thank
at Autoline.
you.
We want to thank
All
you.
broadcast week.
Y'all